slash training presentation. I always like to do a little bit of training. The whole purpose of this meeting is to bring everybody together and share a bit about who we are in For Life, the company that we so proudly represent, that I've personally been representing now for 28 years. I will be entering year 29 on September 1. You don't find many people in our industry that have been with the same company for 29 years. And that's because For Life is a legacy company. We'll talk about that tonight. So we're here to learn a bit about our company, the science behind our products. And that's another thing I love about For Life is they're not a marketing company. There are some really good marketing companies out there that know how to market a product. I mean, they can market, a remote control, something you buy for, I don't know, probably $2 out there, but they're good at marketing. And they generally don't live very long because they're just marketing companies. They're a dime a dozen. For Life's not a marketing company. They're a research company, but they've partnered with us, you and me. We do the marketing and they support us with tools. We'll talk about that. And then we're going to talk a little bit about this business model that it's just, I believe it's the most amazing business model when you understand it. And it's very much misunderstood. Very few people really understand what network marketing is about and how to build a network. We teach how to do that. And my attitude is real simple. No one's ever going to be able to blame me for their lack of success because I began over 28 years ago and I'm still here. And I tell people the number one cardinal rule, you get connected and stay connected. Unless you're a multimillionaire, you know how to build a business by yourself, you know how to build a network by yourself, then go for it. It's awesome. Do it. If you've never done it, you've got to stay connected to the people that are doing it. Why? Because there's resistance out there. We're going to talk about that tonight. There's objections. It's too expensive. I don't like MLM. I don't want to be a salesperson. There's all kinds of, so what? There's 8.3 billion people in the world. You find someone that's not ready, -1. It's all about numbers and averages. But we're going to talk about the business model a little bit. And then we're going to talk about the importance of being connected to the community. And that's something that I have to say I'm extremely excited and proud to be partnered with Kevin Moore. Kevin's with us tonight. Kevin has been working diligently, very hard at helping to put together this new system and platform we call Upline Pro. So what I'd like to do tonight is begin sharing with you, hopefully there's, as people join us, a little bit about my vision of Upline Pro. I know this is going to sound a little crazy, but after 45 years of doing this, network marketing, 3 companies before For Life I was involved in, all 3 of those companies crashed. They failed me. I didn't fail them. I did my part in the partnership. I worked hard, made it to the top of the pay plan. National marketing director, double diamond, made it to the top. But the companies crashed. They didn't do their part very well. I never threw in the towel because I knew it wasn't my fault. I just needed a good partner, you see. But after 45 years, and this all happened recently. It's as if just something happened in my head and this clarity came over me. And Kevin's been patiently waiting. And I see very clearly what my purpose is with Upline Pro. It's to help everybody be a professional upline, an upline pro. There's football pros, there's golf pros, all right? If you want to be a millionaire, if you want to build a residual income, if you want to build a legacy, you've got to be an upline pro. I don't care what company, I do care. I want you with me, obviously. But if you're with another company, be it Herbalife, Amway, whatever, you still have to be an upline pro to build a professional network, a professional community, team, whatever you want to call it. So the vision of Upline Pro is this. It's providing to people a community of contribution. It's not about any one individual, even though I'm the founder of it. It's not about me. I'm going to have davedaughtry.com with my book, my accolades, which, by the way, are pretty good. In fact, Kevin, can you do me a favor? Can you unmute your mic real quick? I'd like to ask you something. Kev, you told me the other day, and I thought this was kind of funny. Someone who is close to you, in Utah, is a coach in this industry. I don't know how long he's been coaching. I won't say the name. There's a lot of coaches in this industry we call network marketing. All right. I don't know one of them that today earns a residual income that they've built something, all right, where you can say that what they teach, they've done it and built it. So, Kevin, just share with everyone what you asked this person and what their response was.
Yeah, well, I've been working on the system all day, so I apologize if eyes are red and stuff. Dave's vision takes some implementation because it's going to be awesome, everybody. I just want to tell you, just every day I talk to Dave and I'm like, oh wow, it's just growing. When he says that his clarity is starting to really all this experience is starting to come this precise project, I can testify of it because I'm super excited about what he's developing and I'm just grateful to be a part of it. But yeah, I went to lunch with this gentleman that Dave's talking about, and he's a very well-known industry coach. In fact, he has the largest, what he calls generic group in network marketing, a couple 100,000 people in a Facebook group. And I just said to him, I said, why do we see all these industry coaches just popping up left and right? I mean, we could go around the Zoom room right now and we could name 20 of them. And he said, well, Kevin, it's pretty simple. He said, because if you can't do it, teach it. And so I thought, man, that's that's kind of unfortunate because my sponsor is both an industry coach, keynote speaker, an author, a mentor, and he's done it. So I prefer that boots on the ground, doing it with us, hosting Zooms rather than somebody who's openly saying, I teach it because I can't do it.
And that's what Upline Pro is really about. It's people that are doing it. It's not just rhetoric. All right. So for me personally, it's been 45 years, 150 countries. I've personally been to 108, but my business is in 150 countries. All right. So I physically have traveled and worked in 108 countries, over $3 billion. Think about that. 3 billion, that's 3,000 million dollars paid to my team, all right, over 28 plus years, over 200 millionaires on my team, and I've made personally well over $50 million and continue to make six figures plus every month today. I mean, I hit that back in 2005. No, six, I'm sorry, 2006. But the point is this, it's not about me. But if you're going to learn from somebody, wouldn't you like to learn from someone who's in the trenches with you? Tony Robbins, well, you know Tony. Tony lives here in San Diego, where I live. If you go listen to Tony, is he going to call you the next day? Is he going to follow up with you? Is he going to continue to work with you? No, but you can pay him $10,000 to go sit in a seat and listen to him if you want and get pumped up. But after that, it's up to you to stay pumped up. A lot of people you can listen to and pay them to talk. And that's all they do is talk. And some of them get paid quite well. And that's for me, I have a hard time understanding that. That'd be like me asking you to pay me to coach you. I don't want you to pay me to coach you. I want you to make money and be millionaires by doing what we teach. And here's what's cool about Upline Pro. UplinePro.com is really just going to explain the concept, the philosophy. It's not going to have the bells and whistles, but we want to get it out there in the public that at Upline Pro, We aren't just talking the talk, we're walking the walk. We have not just the sizzle, the excitement, the motivation, inspiration, mentorship, all of that. We've got the vehicle that goes with it. None of these other trainers have that. They just talk and try to get you pumped up. They don't provide you a vehicle and say, plug yourself in here. We'll work with you, train you to actually build a downline. We will get in the trenches. We'll get in the mud with you. No, they get on their pedestal and then they try to tell you what to do. Not here. I'm in the trenches. I mean, let me show you guys this. This is 2 days ago. I'm going to share my screen real quick. 2 days ago, I went and did a presentation right here in San Diego with these guys. All right. The one with the glasses hanging on his neck, his name is Jose Miguel. He's a pilot for Air Europa from Spain. How did I meet him? I'm a networker. It's called tap rooting. One of my guys in Bolivia, I was talking to him. He said, hey, Dave, I met a guy in Spain when I was visiting my kids. I just met him. I met him at I went to a little seminar thing, met the guy. We started talking. We became good friends. And he says he's going to San Diego. And I said, you got to talk to my friend Dave. And so it was a lead. It was a referral. I didn't find him. One of my downline found him. And my downline's in Bolivia. Well, I messaged Jose Miguel is his name. He speaks Spanish. He speaks English really good. Went to meet him. And we had lunch 2 days ago. First, I got my 4Life hat on. I got my 4Life shirt on. Now, the other guy with the shirt, the guy next to me with the glasses, he works out a lot. He could tell he's in great shape. His name's Dave, like me. I meet him. We have lunch. They're interested. Now, what they're interested in is making money, building a network. All right. So we hit it off, started talking, had a conversation. It was fun. It's great. Then, let me share this with you. Let me stop that one and come back to the WhatsApp here real quick. So today, I go with Adriana, who's here from Florida, visiting her daughter in San Diego. She's one of our downline. We went and had lunch with her today. While we were having lunch, I'm watching Spain play Austria in the World Cup. I don't know if any of you guys saw that. Spain won. And I was thinking about these guys because they went to the game in LA. And so I messaged them. I sent them a message, and it's kind of funny because they replied back to me. And I don't know why WhatsApp, I apologize, you guys. I got to quit WhatsApp. And with a Mac, WhatsApp, for some reason, you got to quit it and reopen it. But I just want to share this with you. And this is networking. I'm sharing this for a reason. Networking is friendship first, trust second. All right. So I simply message them, and here we go. Let me share my screen again. This is kind of fun. And so I message him and I said, hey, Jose, I'm sitting here at Swami's Cafe in North Park watching Spain versus Austria, looking for you guys in the seats, joking, because they were at the game. I'm sure it's electrifying there with all the energy. Dave, I wasn't able to make it by your house yesterday. I was going by because I was going to actually give them some products while they were waiting for their order to come. All right. And he turns around and messages me this. They're at the game. They're at the World Cup game. They got the Spain flag on their faces. All right. And so I turn around and send him my picture. I'm sitting in Swami's watching the game on TV. So, but here's the point, you guys. Networking should be fun. Making friends should be fun. Building your downline should be fun. We complicate it so many times. We just complicate it by like, I'm afraid to talk to somebody. What do I say? Well, just have a conversation and tell them a bit about what you do, why you do it. It's they buy you first. And it's not always what you say, but how you say it. We'll teach you that in Upline Pro. So Upline Pro will have two pathways. It will have the Health Pro for life, nothing to do with MLM. I love science. I can talk science all day long, and I've got guests I can invite, doctors, homeopaths, naturopaths, people that, well, we had a great one with Dr. Brent Vaughn. We got some great content from Dr. Vaughn about the new phytofactor. And by the way, Malaysia, you guys are getting it this year, I think towards the end of the year. I think we'll be introducing it at the anniversary in Malaysia. But yesterday, the European Union got it, Ecuador got it, Mexico got it, Australia got it, New Zealand got it, and of course the USA got it. The new Transfer Factor Max. But Health Pro for Life is all about health. We'll talk from peptides. I've been studying and researching peptides since 2014, starting with sermorelin. Those are synthetic peptides. Transfer factor, collagen, what we have are natural peptides. And we'll talk about peptides more in a minute. Then there's Business Pro for Life. All right. These are all going to have their separate Facebook communities. You'll be able to join the community. There will be a private community in each one of those. Okay. The Health Pro for Life stories, that's going to have stories, testimonies. And they will be testimonies about people that have had health issues, what they had, whatever disease it was. We can't have that publicly, obviously, but we can have it privately. So I have a lot of testimonies in there. Then we'll have Business Pro for Life, which will be content, copy and paste content for your social media. A lot of people are like, what do I put on social media? They don't know how to create curiosity. You don't want to, on social media, you don't want to, give away everything you're talking about. They'll just go Google it, look it up somewhere. And, I don't want. No, it's like a funnel. You want to bring them to you. We'll help you do that. Then we'll have a lot in training content. We're going to have everything from onboarding, so you know to onboard people. One of my favorites is the indicator list. If you're new here today, I hope we have some new people. If you're interested in building a business, I don't care if you believe it or not. If you get in here and work with us, you'll believe it. Because if you follow what we teach, you will start experiencing success. And we'll provide the tools for that, you see. But the indicator list is one of my favorites. Because that way, when you have the two guys I met, all right? If I were to go down the indicator list, one, timing. For Jose Miguel, the timing is not as good as it is for Dave, the other guy. Why? He started 5 new businesses recently, 5 like bars in Spain. He's a pilot, okay? So what I got out of him, signing up, using the products, and what we call bird dogging. He's going to refer people to me, just like he was referred to me. I said, your people in my presentation, you meet people all around the world. Send them to me. I'll talk to them. I mean, I've helped hundreds of people become millionaires. And some of you know these people, all right? Some of them don't even speak a word of Spanish, and they make $100,000 a month off the Spanish organization that I built. You see, it's just the way the cards were dealt, all right? It could be one of you. It could be Ron. It could be you. It could be Booty. It could be you. It could be Kenny. It could be any one of you that said, hey, Dave, I've got a friend in San Diego, and I go have lunch with them. And it turns out they get started, and 5 years, 10 years down the road, they're platinum, and they're in your downline. You're the beneficiary. Now, I'm not saying that I build your business for you, but the point is this: I taproot. That's part of networking, you guys. You see, the guys that I met 2 days ago, I didn't find them. Eugenio in Bolivia did. And frankly, I didn't even find Eugenio. He was referred by somebody years ago. All right. But these are the things we teach in Upline Pro. So we're going to have the tools, onboarding, and the indicator list. Timing. Timing wasn't so good for Jose Miguel, but for Dave, the timing's really good right now. Desire. All right. Dave he's hungry. He wants to make money. All right. Jose Miguel, he does good as a pilot. He's got 5 businesses. All right. Then there's influence. I look at how influential people are. Okay. Well, both of them have influence. But these are not guys that you're going to say, oh, the product's too expensive. In fact, one of them, Dave said, my gosh, that's very affordable. You see, difference in attitude. He wasn't concerned about that. He just saw how you can make money. Right. But the point is, the indicator list will help you look at your prospect. And then you can qualify them. You don't judge people. I don't judge anybody. Because when you judge people, you're going to be wrong a lot of times. But I do qualify them, you see. And how I qualify them is just with the indicator list in my head. All right. Like desire. Well, you show, like, Ron Saunders, you obviously have a very strong desire because you're engaged. Kevin taught me, we talk about you all the time. All right. Timing is right. You're hungry. You're ready. And on top of desire, you're experienced. So when you combine desire with experience, you combine influence with inspiration, you combine action with people that when you're ready, all right, execution, action, execution. When all that lines up, that's the person that's going to be your platinum. And when you've got one of those, you guys, this is like going fishing. 8.3 billion people in the world. You're fishing for 1, 2, and 3. You get 3. If you got 3 in separate legs, your life is set. You still find customers. I got over 500,000 customers in my organization. And by the way, just so you know, 70% of people that sign up in For Life, 70% never sponsor anybody. That's okay. It's a good thing, really. Those are all customers, preferred customers. That's why I say I've got over 500,000 of them that are actually active. They come and it's a revolving door. Okay. So let's talk about, tonight, I'd like to know before, if I'm going to get into the napkin presentation, I really would like to know tonight if we have any new guests. So put in the chat, please, real quick. I'm going to look at the chat because this is meant to focus on new guests. And I don't want to get deep in the weeds on talking about things and training and stuff. Do we have any new invited guests tonight? Just put in the chat, please. I'll be looking at the chat. So Upline Pro, the business pro for life, is to provide everyone with this community of business, of entrepreneurship, for the tools, all right, to help you build. And then there's a calendar. And the cool thing about the calendar, and Kevin, correct me if I'm wrong, everybody will be able to click import on the whole month and import it into your calendar, Google Calendar. I think it'll work for iCalendar as well. And it will be on your time zone. So we won't have to play the game Pacific time, San Diego. You just import the calendar and it will adjust to your time. Okay. And it'll be one calendar, not 3 or 4. And it'll be color coded. You look at a day, if you see green, it's going to be like a green. We haven't sure if it's going to be a dot or a square or a line, but the point is the color green, English. Oh, English meeting that day, English meeting that day. Click on it for a description. And then we'll have red for Spanish and gold for Portuguese. And eventually we'll have Hindi for Vicus, maybe we'll have Malay or Chinese. We can do anything, you guys. That's the beauty about this. Why not? And that's the title of my book, my new book, by the way. Why not? Build your life by design rather than by chance. So with that, let me look here. William, thank you for joining us today. Susanna, thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. So let's do this. I am going to go ahead and get into the presentation. And because when we have new people, it's very important that you know who we are, the science and benefits of our products, and then the business model, why this is such a great business model, and then why Upline Pro, all right? The community of contribution, where all I ask is whatever you learn, you share. You become a millionaire, help others do the same. That gives you purpose, by the way. And guess what? You're living a life of contribution and not survival. It's a wonderful thing when you move from survival, which most people live a life of survival, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. You just contribute, and it gives you purpose, and it makes you happy. So let me share my screen real quick. Okay. I'm going to try to move through this, quicker than normal. I can get deep in the weeds on the science, and I don't want to do that tonight. We're building a legacy. I love this man so much, David Lisenby. He's the founder of For Life. After 18 years of bouncing around in this industry, again, companies failed me. I didn't fail them. I did my part. When I met David Lisenby, I asked him some questions. I felt he would be the best business partner I could ever have. And he was. He has been. pays me every month. He's paid me over $50 million. He's paid my team over $3 billion and never been a day late. He's expanded the business all over the world. He's provided us great tools like the 4Life app, conventions. And guess what? He's still engaged working with us. He was in the Philippines a couple weeks ago with his wife, Vicky. All right. He's traveling the world doing what we do, taking 4Life and building a legacy together building people through science, success, service, and satisfaction. Legacy company. You want to build a legacy, you guys. You don't want to go through something where you get started, start making money, you're making 10,000, 20,000 a month, and the company says, "We can't pay you anymore. We're going bankrupt." No, you don't want that. We're a legacy company. Global. We live in a world of globalization. You've got to have a global vision. Every single one of you right now, I'll bet, knows somebody that lives outside your country. And if you don't, your neighbor does. All right. Everybody knows somebody. We live in a global world. You can build a global business taking advantage of tools like the Zoom, the virtual meeting we do. I know we've got probably 6, 7 countries, maybe 10, maybe 20 tonight. That's what makes, a global company so great. We're all over the world now. Research. I said earlier, we're not a marketing company. 4Life's not. I am. I'm a marketer. 4Life's not. They do research. They spend years like on a concept, phytofactor. I've always known that plants have defenses. We'll talk science in a minute. Plants have been on the planet longer than mammals have, and they have defenses. Touch poison oak. Guess what? You're going to get a rash. That's its defense mechanism. What if you could harness that? And it's a peptide, and you can extract it and study it, and then find out it activates over 90% of your neutrophils, which are your immune cells. We have it. No company in the world has a plant-based phytofactor or transfer factor that they derive from the brassica seed. Of the hundreds of thousands of seeds, they found the brassica seed had this particular peptide, and they patented it. It's patented. Research, service. 4Life has over 1,000 employees. That's what I love about this. I have no employees, none. I've got a few people I contract with, that contract with me to help me do some work. But outside of that, and 1 million people have joined my organization in 28 years with no employees. That's wonderful to not have that responsibility or that, have the risk of having a company with all the employees. Let David Lisenby deal with that. Stability, 28-year plus company. Exclusivity, those are the patents. Satisfaction, it's 100% money back guarantee. Today, the bonus reports came out. They came out early this month. We won't get paid for a few days. Well, I pulled mine up, was looking at it. My returns, it's always fun to see. When you're doing $1 million a day of business and the returns are $89, it's laughable. People love the product. Okay, somebody returned it. Maybe, I don't know, 5 people returned a product. Who cares? You see, it's a guaranteed on 4Life's products. Guaranteed. You don't like it, send it in. They'll return your money. Leadership. Leadership begins at the top with that gentleman right there, David Lisenby. He's a great leader. I'd follow him anywhere. I mean, he's just a great man. He's got all the principles, values, experience. And I didn't know he had a master's in business administration. I just found that out at convention in April. And that explains how he's done so well administrating 4Life and keeping 4Life healthy. Now let's get into science. You guys, I'll do my best not to get long-winded here. I love the science. Let's take transfer factor. What is transfer factor? And I'm gonna answer one of these objections because I know Kenny, you sent me some of these objections that we're gonna deal with. And I'll get into some of them after this. If somebody says it's too expensive, why is it that when COVID hit, my business went up 500,000 every day, every single day, $500,000. Actually, more than that. It was 500,000 life points. I don't know what that is, $700,000 every day. People didn't think it was expensive then. If I pulled up in front of someone's house and said, "Here's a Mercedes-Benz," they'll look at it. Ooh, it's expensive. Oh, you can have it for $1,000. they'll crawl wherever they have to go to get $1,000 for that Mercedes because it all comes down to the value. During COVID, everybody saw value. Then it's like the vaccine came out. It's the nature of human being. I get it. We create the value. All right. Let me tell you what the value is. Let's take COVID. Why did people die while others it didn't even affect? There are people that's like, what COVID? I wasn't affected by it. I'll tell you what made the difference. Your immune system ability to identify a threat and mount an immune response against that threat before it got to you. Some people, their immune system went to work and it worked hard. They might have felt a little sick, a little tired. A couple of days later, they were fine. Other people died. Why? Because their immune system didn't have the immune knowledge to identify the threat in time. I like kind of how Dr. Vaughn said it. Your immune system is like a library. Okay, you have a personal library, but it doesn't have everything in the world. What if you could harness the world library and take all that knowledge, and now your immune system can identify threats all over the world? That's why it's called transfer factor, by the way, transferring immune knowledge. So now your immune system has the ability to identify a threat and within 2 hours, clinically proven to mount an immune response, activating those immune cells. It's amazing. I get it though. Not everybody talks about their immune system. We don't walk up to someone and say, hey, bro, how's your immune system today? No. Women say, hey, those are nice shoes. A guy says, hey, nice haircut. All right. So 4Life is taking that peptide. It's a peptide. Just so you all know what a peptide is. A peptide is a chain of amino acids that are 50 in the chain or less. So 50 amino acids or less in the chain makes it a peptide. Transfer factor is a polypeptide. So it really is peptides, a bunch of peptides together, all right, that have the ability to provide immune knowledge, to educate your immune system so it identifies threats, and then activate your immune system within 2 hours, clinically proven, to respond to a threat. And it also has a memory component, which really it has a short half-life. That's why we take 600 milligrams a day. But you can get your 600 milligrams in many products because 4Life puts transfer factor in the majority of the products, like Renuvo. The guys that I met 2 days ago, especially the guy that trains, but the pilot, he wants Renuvo. He says he gets jet lag. I said, Jose Miguel, you need Renuvo. Why? It's got a lot of adaptogens. You adapt to stress, your environment. If you go to the gym and work out, it helps you recover quickly. For jet lag, it's the best. I travel a lot. How do I avoid jet lag? I take Renuvo. I adapt very quickly to wherever I'm going. That's what Renuvo is. If you have an active lifestyle, you want to feel younger, you want to recover quickly, take Renuvo. Then Age Pro. I love it. I take Age Pro. Got it right here. I take it every single day. Why? Because we all have dead cells floating around in our body that cause inflammation. I can look at somebody and tell they're inflamed. I don't walk up to them and say, hey, you're inflamed. But I can tell. Especially the ones that I see walking around and say, oh my gosh, they walk around like they're 100 and they're like 40 years old. They've got all this inflammation. How do you get rid of it? Cleanse the body. It's called autophagy. How do you stimulate autophagy? Take Age Pro or fast. Don't eat for 3 days. And that will start autophagy. And if you do intermediate fasting, like 16 hours a day, that helps. But if you want to really cleanse the body, you need nicotinamide mononucleotide. I'm not going to get into that, but it's NMN. It's a coenzyme. That will elevate NAD plus in your body, which it stimulates autophagy, cleansing the body of zombie cells. What happens? Less inflammation, you feel better, you look better. I'm going to be 67 years old. I think I look pretty darn good for my age. Go Sticks, next one. 4Life was ingenious about the Go Sticks. By the way, you could build an empire just on an energy product. All the energy drinks from Monster, Red Bull, whatever there is in your market. So 4Life took natural energetics, natural caffeine in yerba mate, which is from South America. I love yerba mate because it's really good for your gut, your stomach. I drank it for 2 years when I lived in South America, and I still drink it. Yerba mate with guarana, that's a Brazilian berry, and then they combine green tea, which has a lot of catechins, antioxidant. All that gives you an energy with maca. Then you provide amino acids, all right? Glutamine, carnitine, creatine, arginine. When you combine those amino acids and then the ginseng, Chinese, American ginseng, Korean ginseng, you combine all that. What happens is not only do you get the good energy, you get the longevity of the energy. So it lasts a long time with no crash. So 4Life did a great job. And that's where the science comes in of providing a product that gives you all that. And don't take it at night. You'll be vacuuming your house, right? But it gives you great, and don't have to drink 20 cups of coffee. Just try Go Sticks. Then there's glutamine. Glutamine's an amino acid. What does it do? It protects your gut. It protects the wall of your gut. Did you know that the mucus layer of your gut is 1 cell thick? 1 cell, but it's the size of a tennis court. And imagine the heavy lifting it has to do, the work it has to do. It's got to decide what to let into your bloodstream or pass through as garbage and comes out the other end. Well, that's a lot. That's a heavy responsibility. If you don't take care of it, you start getting pinholes. And all these things, proteins and so forth, get through the wall. Now you got problems. That's where the inflammation comes from, by the way. And then you got those senescent cells because they die. All right? If you protect the wall, you're going to have a healthy gut, healthy brain, healthy immune system. And I got great news. Did you know that your gut wall, it basically repairs itself every 30 days? You have a new gut lining every 30 days. But if you don't take care of it, who cares? Give somebody something brand new and they destroy it within a couple of days because of lifestyle. Take glutamine, take care of your gut, keep it sealed. Great, healthy brain, healthy immune system. There is a brain-gut connection, and your microbiome, which is your good bacteria, plays a huge role in everything from mood to immunity. Now let's move on to Gold Factor. Gold Factor is an ionized gold product. All right, it's in a ultra purified water, and it's not colloidal because there's colloidal silver, there's colloidal elements out there. It's not colloidal. Through this ionization process, you get trillions of nanoparticles of gold flakes. When you take them, a couple of things happen. One, neurons activate. We use such a small portion of our brain, very small portion of the brain. Imagine if you could actually activate new neurons. It helps your memory, also helps creativity. Also, it induces dreams. You start to have dreams, and if you're having dreams already, you're going to remember them. I told Kev, I had crazy, the last few days, my dreams have been so wild, I can't believe it. I tell you guys, as a drug dealer in one dream, I can't believe it. I kept thinking, I don't have to do this. I got money. But I had a crazy dream a couple nights ago. The one before that, I won't even go there because it was weird. But the point is this. It activates neurons. Number two, it stimulates the production of telomerase. Telomerase, and you can look this up on the internet if you want. Telomerase protects your telomeres, your DNA. All right. And by protecting your DNA, the telomeres, they live longer, they stay healthier longer, and therefore the aging process literally slows down because the telomeres shrink slower when you activate telomerase. That's why young people look younger. But as we get older, that process gets accelerated. The older you get, the faster you age. What if you can slow it down a little bit? You can by activating telomerase. That's what Gold Factor does. And then we got the targeted products, by the way. We don't talk about diseases, at least not here, but we will in the Health Pro for Life stories. But we talk about systems: thyroid, heart, lung, pancreas. That's GluCoach, by the way. You know, if someone's got type 2 diabetes, all right, help them. Get them on GluCoach, right? Good customers make good affiliates, good distributors. MelPro for the prostate, Bellevue for the ovaries. KBU is kidney, bladder, urinary. Cardio is the heart. Vista is the eyes. Recall is the brain. Then you got reflection, that's mood. And Sleep Right for sleep. All of these products, well, not all of them, Gold Factor and glutamine, those don't carry the transfer factor. But all the targeted ones, they do. So like me, I take Melpro, I take Renuvo, I take Age Pro. All right. If I were to have a Go Sticks, I'm getting up to 600 milligrams of my transfer factor just by using a combination of products. So if you think about it, let's talk about value again. Somebody says, oh, it's expensive. It is, especially when you look at a business. This is how I feel about it. I make six figures a month. That's over $100,000 every month. And I only have to buy a few products to use them, and that's it. Nothing else. That's it. That's too expensive. You see, I approach it from an angle of value. It's like me giving you a glass, and you look at it and say, "Oh, that glass is half empty. I don't want it." And I say, "Well, wait a minute. It's half full. It's not half empty." Or I do like I said earlier, pull up in front of your house and say, "Here's a brand new Mercedes Benz," and you look at it and go, "That's expensive. $1,000, you can have it." You'll do anything to get that $1,000 to have that car because you know it's worth $100,000. So it comes down to how we share the value. During COVID, transfer factor was the most valuable thing on the planet. We couldn't, I mean, even in Malaysia, you guys, I think the first day when COVID came out in the news, you guys sold out of all the products. Nobody thought it was expensive then. I mean, am I right, Booty? Turn your microphone on. Didn't you guys run out of transfer factor over there in Malaysia? Yeah. You know, were they calling you up saying it was too expensive? Yeah. Yeah. So again, it's the value. You got to understand something. People buy you. All right. It's how you share it. And I honestly don't come from a position of just trying to sell a bottle to a customer. I shoot for the stars, meaning that I want you to come into my community and develop and grow. And that's where the Health Pro for Life, let's talk health. We're going to educate you about health and wellness. And the education, there's no cost to the education, you see? Now, yes, there will be a certain cost as we start providing content for people and certain things because that goes on servers and we got content creators and content managers and that costs money. All right. And it's not fair for one person to have to pay for everything. But when people contribute, I don't know, $9, whatever it is, that's not the point. I don't do it for money. I do it to provide value to people's lives. My money comes from the million people that have entered my organization since the day I started For Life. And that's what makes me different, by the way, from all the other coaches out there. My income is not from coaching people. It's from people using Age Pro and Transfer Factor Max and Immune Boost, and spray and all the products we have. I do 1 million a day of business. You see, that's what I love about this. The knowledge is free. Should charge a lot of money, people might take it more seriously. Nevertheless, let's move on. Let's talk about the business model. This is the part that's really I love the science, but this is the part where I just love talking to people because look, and I got to be careful because I don't want to come across as arrogant. But are you a millionaire? Okay. I am. And I'm not saying that to brag. It's to make a point. It's not because I'm special. It's because I realized that this business model, it can take someone like me that does not have a college degree. I just graduated from high school in 1978. And at the age of 21, I met some guys that taught me this. And I was, I guess, naive enough to believe them. And it worked. What do I mean it worked? I learned to work as a team, don't work by myself. I learned to build a residual income, get paid for what I start, not just what I do. Most people have a job, they get paid for what they do. They quit doing it, they quit getting paid. If I quit doing it, I still get paid. It's called residual. So if you're going to do something, why don't you do something that will create a residual? Because you don't know what happens tomorrow. You could get in a car wreck and you can't work. Yeah, some countries, they got some of they pay a little. Who wants to get paid a little bit? You want to make a fortune. Residual income. New product launches. That's what our company does. That's their responsibility. They do a great job at bringing new products. We got Super Greens now coming out. Actually, it's available now. Super Greens was just launched yesterday. Immune Tea and Transfer Factor Max. Home-based flexible business. Work from home. Perfect demographic. The mother that has a young family and she doesn't want to work all day long at a job. Let's teach her how to build a home-based business by engaging in conversations on social media, making a phone call, talking to friends, family, relatives around the world, saying, hey, join me in my community. Come look at this. Then there's the security and stability of a 28 now, soon to be 29-year-old company. Personal development. That's what I learned at a young age. If you develop yourself, guess what happens to your pocketbook? It develops. You grow yourself, your income grows. And it's relative. The more you learn, the better you get. The better you get, the more you make. The more you make, the more excited you are, and the more you learn. It's a cycle. And you just keep on going through the cycle, and it's a lot of fun. It's challenging at times, but every challenge that you overcome and learn, you get better and better. It's not magic. Hereditary business. And that's the one I never thought about until recently, because my dad died this year. I built a business under him, actually. Yeah, I did. I built it. It's Brazil, Ecuador, and Bolivia. My dad doesn't speak a word of Portuguese or Spanish, but I sponsor people under him. Got him to Bronze Elite, $10,000 a month. He enjoyed the last years of his life, traveling, hiking in Italy. And I've got a great slideshow that I put together for him after he died, and Alaskan cruises. But he was enjoying up until almost 91. He made it, you see. And guess what? He passed that on to Brandon, my son. So Brandon now has a Bronze Elite position. It's hereditary. Even if you're not here, give it to your family will get it. Somebody will get it. All right. Minimum startup doesn't cost anything. I mean, in most countries, $25, whatever. Your qualification does. 100 life points a month. Ooh, what's that? I don't know. 2 products. You're qualified. If this brought you a or if it brought you, well, let's just say that. If it brought you a 5-figure monthly income, would you say it's too expensive? No. What about 6 figures? No. What about $250,000 a month? And I'm saying this honestly. I got people in my downline, they do make more than me. Some of you know Erminio. His monthly check now is 254,000 US dollars every 30 days. Isn't that amazing? He's from Puerto Rico. What's the point? Well, I don't think he said it was too expensive. Okay, so it's all relative. It's all perception. It is what you think it is. If you think you're too early, you're too early. If you think you're too late, you're too late. If you think it's too expensive, it's too expensive. If you think that you can't do it, you're right. You can't do it. It's what you think. But the minimum startup is nothing. The monthly qualification is nothing. Your investment is in your own health. It's in you, it's in personally in your health. That's it. Just use the products. We don't want you to buy thousands of dollars and put it in your garage. We just want you to use them and share them. That's it. Quick profitability. We pay every day. Every single day we pay. I mean, I remember when I went in network marketing years ago, if I had somebody sign up in the beginning of a month, I knew they weren't going to get paid for almost 2 months because the company's always paid at the end of the month. If you're starting at the beginning of the month, you got to go through the month and then get paid at the end of the next month. You're going almost 2 months with no pay. We pay every single day. And then no monthly operating costs. 4Life pays all that. We're all over the world. We're in all these markets. China, Japan, Korea, Malaysia, India. These are the top markets in the world. But we're all through the European Union, South America, from Bolivia, Ecuador, Peru, Colombia. I'm working on getting Paraguay started now. 8 ways to make money in 4Life. My shop. 4Life gives you a virtual shop with your own extension. You like right now, Jillian. I don't know if Jillian's with us. She's in the Caribbean on Saint Martin on the French side, and she's just starting a detox program this month. And so she's got a cart. She put all the products in there, sending links out to everybody. Detox this month. Everyone's doing a detox. All they got to do is pay for the cart. You can create your own cart. You can do what, it's fitness month. Here's a Renuvo, whatever products are available in your market. But guess what? You can create shopping carts for different markets. All of you can create a shopping cart in the US and put products in it and send it to people. And all they have to do is pay for it. Put their address in, of course. And that's it. You get paid 25% the next day. The next day. Then you can sign people up as well. My shop, you can sign them up with my shop purchases, but you can turn that off. I got people that don't like multi-level marketing, but they love selling the product. Fine by me. Sell the products. Don't do MLM. Don't sponsor anybody. Turn that off in your shop. I keep it on. I mean, I'd be foolish not to let somebody sign up. But if they sign up, you get 25% as well, and they're in your downline. That means they have their own account and they can buy the products by themselves. That helps you qualify. All right. Then there's a fast start. Fast start is designed for the people that want to take advantage of getting started quickly and make quick money. You can earn up to $42,000 of additional income by starting with the fast start. Now, in the kits, by the way, the upcoming kits, they're going to have some of the new products. So they're going to add that to the new kits. And you get a backpack or a computer bag for free because you chose a fast start. And it's only 400 life points. That's it. 400 life points, variety of products, try the products. You can sell the products if you want. But the point is, you're 1 year you get now to move up to Diamond, Diamond Elite, Presidential, and the company starts giving you additional money on top of it because you're in the Fast Start program. Leadership bonus. That's a fun one, you guys. That just started this year, 2020. We've only been through one quarter. It's a quarterly bonus of shares. Think about it. How many employees get paid quarterly shares from their company? Not many. I bet you it's like 0.1%. Well, we pay our diamonds to bronze elites shares. And I was just looking today, in fact, I was looking right before I got on this call, just for fun. This month, my family will earn about $11,000 of additional income because of the shares they're all going to get in the leadership bonus. Pretty cool. So if you've not been paying attention, just look at your report, leadership bonus. It'll tell you each month how many shares you got and if you doubled it. You double the shares by increasing your organization, your 6 levels of your business by 5%. If you did 10,000 last quarter or the quarter of 2025, like the second quarter, which was April, May, and June, if you did 10,000 of business, you got to do 10,500 in 2026 in that quarter, and you'll double it. That's why people are making $5,000-$6,000 in their quarterly bonus. Pretty cool. It's brand new. Builder bonus. That's to help people have a goal. 3 people, get them on loyalty, sign them up, and you can earn up to $800 of additional income a month in the builder bonus. It's really just a plan to get you with your first goal. Sign up 3 people, get them on loyalty. What's loyalty? That's the next one we're talking about. It just means that they pick some products that they would like and pay for it by the 20th day of the month. They've qualified by the 20th day. And the company, not only can you get the builder bonus, they're going to give you free loyalty points, 15% for free. So if it's 100 life point loyalty you're on, you'll get 15 life points. It's like the airlines that give you points for traveling. We give you points for being on loyalty. And if you do 150 life points of loyalty, the company will give you an additional bonus of 35 life points. Think about it. 35 as a bonus, and then 15% of 150. Now you're into the 56 life points for free. Now, some people will say, well, I get a Transfer Factor Plus for free. I wouldn't do that. Use it for samples. Rio Vita sticks, Energy Go sticks, collagen, prebiotics, immune boost, anything that you can sample. That's what we do in my family. We love sampling. All right. Then you've got the next product resale. A lot of people don't want to do MLM. Fine. I've got chiropractors, homeopaths, naturopaths, MDs, PhDs. They enjoy sharing the products, but they don't really build a downline. It's okay. You get the product at wholesale, sell it at retail. And some of them actually have a brick and mortar location where they got 1,000 or 2,000 in inventory and they sell it. I got a few of those right on my first and second level. It helps with the 3-level volume. Then there's the bonuses by levels and generations. That's your future. That's your residual. If I ask you a question, would you like to earn 25% of your own efforts forever? Or would you prefer to earn 5% of the efforts of thousands of people? I think you take the latter. That means you're building a network. You're working with your people, helping them be successful. And guess what? Now you're doing thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of life points. Now you're getting into the 6-figure monthly income. That's what the bonuses by levels and generations are. We have infinity bonuses. I won't get into that, but we pay infinitely deep, all right, at some positions. Premier pools, all right. Premier pools for those, again, they're shares for those that hit bronze and above. And it can be up to $55,000 of additional income a month for platinums. That's a platinum pool. And then the Great Escape trip. Those are trips you like to travel. My son just got back a couple of weeks ago from Hawaii for free. Him and his fiance went for free, paid for by 4Life. Presidential Diamond got the trip. And then there's the President's Clubs for golds, gold elite, platinum, platinum elite. Those are first class trips to a beautiful destination. Next one's Bora Bora, Fiji. This year it was Thailand. Last year it was a 12-day Mediterranean cruise in a suite. All right. Before that was Costa Rica. And so, but they're first class. You fly first class. Well, here's the fast start, by the way. This kit will be changing. We're going to be adding the new products to it, but that's kind of what a kit would look like. And in some markets now you get a choice, a backpack or a computer bag. I like the backpack personally because, you put it on your back, put your computer in that. And then who'll support you? 4Life does through the tools they provide and through recognition every day. They've got recognition leaderboards, 1,000 employees that do the work. They manage inventory, they pay the commissions, they send the products, they answer the telephones for you, toll-free numbers, they expand the business, all of that. Global conventions, local anniversaries in your market. And then there's Upline Pro. Training, personal mentoring, YouTube channel, social media platforms, content, plans of action, all of that. So I hope you see the value in this. When I share this with people, it's a no-brainer. The question is, are you ready? If they're not, I got 8.3 billion people in the world. I guess minus a million, because a million have already joined my organization. All right, so 8.3 billion minus a million. We have a lot of ground to cover to get to the other 8.29 billion people. No, sorry. Yeah, something like that. All right. I'm not a mathematician, but the point is there's a lot of people out there, you guys. So I'd like to jump over to Kenny real quick. Kenny, do you mind if you come on camera with me here? I'd like to kind of run over some of these before we close tonight. You've been with 4Life for a while, and we run into objections. Frankly, I like objections because it keeps me on my toes and it makes me be creative and think about how would I overcome that one. I think we discussed that it's expensive a bit, all right? The value, it all comes down to value. And it really comes down as well to the person you're talking to. Look, let's just call reality reality. If I'm talking to someone who lives in a slum in Africa and they can't even afford to buy a piece of bread, they're going to say it's expensive. But when I talk to Viola Davis, who's a famous actress in Hollywood, to her it's cheap. You see the spectrum there, difference? Now, I don't go after, by the way, Viola, she's one of our customers. She loves the products. She's a famous actress. And we have a lot of famous people that use the products. But the point is this, a lot of it does have to do with your audience, who you're talking to. So Kenny, I'm just curious, So is this something that is common in Malaysia, that it's too expensive?
Yeah, it's kind of about probably 2 to 3 out of 10 customers they have this problem saying that it's expensive for them.
Okay, so the word you said was customers. Okay.
Yeah.
I know Malaysia pretty well because 100% of Malaysia is my downline, all of Malaysia. Here's the thing. If you're just looking for customers, the only value that they see is the price, and then they compare. You see? Well, I have totally messed up in a way by not showing them the value of coming into the inner circle of Kenny Koo, the team, VDEX, because that's the team you represent over there. All right. And now Upline Pro. You've got to present the whole package. Go for the stars. Okay. If you hit the moon, it's okay. The stars is signing them up as an affiliate because they see value in the whole package, everything coming on the calls. And we're going to have some great health and wellness conversations too. All right. The stars is someone who wants to come in the community, develop, grow, build, and become a millionaire eventually. I'm not guaranteeing that, but I'm saying if you get connected and you stay connected, you'll develop and grow. If you just come in looking at the product as a customer, then you've kind of diminished the value a bit. You follow me? So, but customers are great. I love my customers, but I shoot for the stars. All right. Now, it all comes down to, like I said, during COVID, I don't think anybody said it was expensive. They're going crazy to try to get it. You see? So it's about how we present the value in it. All right. The next question is, do they take supplements? If somebody doesn't believe in supplementation, and if they don't have a health condition or health problem, they're going to be a pretty tough prospect if you're talking only about a bottle of product. That's when you flip the switch again and talk about a business. The potential of making some residual income, an additional income stream, a home-based business, learning from others, learning entrepreneurship. Even if For Life is nothing more than a stepping stone where you come in, learn to develop skills, and move on doing something else. You see, I feel comfortable when somebody tells me that because I know if I get them in, it's a greater chance of keeping them in. It's a revolving door. People come, people go. Of the 1 million people that have joined my business, they're not all active. Some of them have come and they've gone and haven't come back yet. Some come, they go, they come back, they go, they come. I got people that call me and say, Dave, I've been in and out of For Life for the last 20 years. I think I'm ready to do something now. So, but the point is, if they don't take any supplements, they don't believe in supplementation, that's a tough one. I don't know what to say. Give us your best shot. But for me, next, I would rather talk to someone that believes in health and wellness and supplementation, and they're interested in learning about something new. And then if they're interested in the business, awesome, even better. That's just the approach I take. So what do you think? What do you think of that? You know, from the I don't take supplements. If they don't believe in it, I'm not going to try to convince them. That's just me personally. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think the approach is very different, right, Dave? Because sometimes we try to convince the person why we take supplements, but I can see that from your approach that next, that's easy, simple, right? If it's not into it, then you approach someone that needs it and someone who see the values in it.
That's right. And you know what? Ask questions, you guys. Do you know anybody? Do you know anybody that has health challenges? Do you know anybody that needs an extra income stream? Do you know anybody that's really big on fitness? Do you know anybody that's an athlete that depends on their health to perform? Just ask them. And Upline Pro is going to help with a lot of this content as well. All right. Questions to ask, and they're called trigger questions, by the way. You ask a question, they come back with an answer. In fact, I don't know how this came about. Let me just show you guys this picture real quick. I don't know why this is in my WhatsApp. This is kind of give you this is kind of cool. That's crazy. I don't know why this one was sitting right in front of me. That's Gabby McLean. She's a celebrity trainer. That's Viola Davis. She has all of her clients use the 4Life products. Viola loves them. You see? So Gabby asks the question, do you believe in health? Now, obviously, the people that go to Gabby McLean, she's a celebrity trainer. They believe in health and wellness. And just so you know, Viola, that picture right there, she had just finished Ma Rainey making the movie. She had to gain over 100 pounds, 50 kilos she had to put on and weight. And then she had to turn around and take it all off to do the Woman King because she was playing a warrior, a fighter. Gabby's the one that got her in shape to do it by using our products. Value. See? So let me get rid of that picture. I don't know why that picture was sitting there. So, but anyhow, Kenny, the other one that you mentioned is, let me pull it up again. Apologize here. Here we go. Send me more info. I don't mind that one, but why don't you do this? If I will you. Gabby's really big on that. If I will you. If I send you more info, will you tell me what you think? If I send you more info, will you come on one of my calls and just listen? If I will you. That's simple. Don't just say, okay. No. And then you've got to follow up. All right. If I send you info, will you allow me to check in with you to see what you think? In fact, Gat, sweetie, why don't you come in here real quick? You're the specialist at this.
Oh, hold on.
Everybody, my wife, Gabriella Daughtry.
I'm here. Okay. So I get a lot of my inspirational quotes from mentors, in particular, the If I Will You came from Eric Worre. And it's great, his book launch, and I'm not promoting it. I just feel that we all need a little bit of motivation. And if it's not something you do every day, take 10 minutes of your day and just go on YouTube, select a motivation. I usually used to look for motivational speakers on YouTube, and usually they have a subject, and I listen to that for 10 minutes or while I'm driving in my car. But my son, Brandon, he came in and showed me a little gizmo he had just bought, and inside the cassette player was a cassette that said, the courage to live your dreams. And I told him, I like that because we lose the courage to live our dreams. We really do. And I remember when I was working at a Walmart Vision Center, even though I enjoyed my job because I worked with people, I love working with people. I'm a people person, and it takes I think we're all people person if we're in this business. But I love the positive energy we project when we love working with people. When you give a positive energy, people stop and listen. Okay, and that's not something you learn to do. And one thing you need to learn to do is learn what you're talking about. Learn about your company, learn about the products. When you have the confidence, you project that positive knowledge, okay? And that's a secret that a lot of people don't realize. And just be knowledgeable, be around people that are like-minded. Go to your conventions. I'm looking forward to the one we're having in Malaysia, maybe even Latin America. I'm not sure yet if we're having it in Mexico or Colombia, but in your country, if you're struggling building your business in your country, you know, we have offices we have 24 other offices. Okay, if you have a corporate office, 25 offices, but work outside your country. Okay, just find a way. Okay, find a way and live your dreams. Okay, it's important, and I wish David and I really want you to succeed, and that's why we're here, and that's why we give you all the support needed. Eric Worre charges 30,000, right, sweetie? 30,000 to mentor you, and it's not always. He gives you a time frame. I'm going to mentor you for a month. Okay, and yes, you're going to probably be on my VIP list when I have my VIPs come out to Las Vegas, and you can come to my house, he says, and you can be on my speaker panel.
To make you feel important.
But $30,000, okay? You're getting this training for probably nothing in right now. And not just that, but you have a lot of good leaders here, okay? You have amazing people. I mean, when I go to the different countries, and I'm together with Booty and with Kenny and his team and his wife. Oh my gosh, you know, I love hearing them speak. I learn from them, and it's like a family reunion.
You
So
guys always have positive energy. You're a lot
yes,
of fun.
yes. So anyhow, we love you guys. Mwah. Let's build together. And we all have dreams. Even Dave and I have dreams now. Okay.
Of
We
course.
want, but one of our top dreams is for you to get to gold and platinum. Okay. And we're going to do it together. Okay. And if you're religious, whatever religious you have, whatever religion you have, ask for it. Okay. Pray for it. I mean, you have no idea. I've prayed for it and I'm getting it. I am. Well, Dave and I are, but anyhow, we love you.
Thank you, sweetie. I want to finish just by sharing these last objections. And I'm just going to tell you all what I did when I was starting For Life. All right. Because I got the same ones. And you have to understand what I think in my head isn't always what comes out of my mouth. I've got a good filter. So I've got to kind of filter things because I don't want to come across as arrogant. And I have to be careful because when I'm being assertive with someone, I don't want them to confuse aggression with assertion or influence with coercion. No, I'm just influencing them, trying to get them to see something that I believe they don't see. For example, I have no time. MLM is not for me. I have to maintain every month, which is out of my budget, and I don't like sales. I have no time. That's why you need this business. If you don't have any time now, are you gonna have time tomorrow, next week, next month? So that's what I'm thinking. Gotta be careful, because if I say it that way, that sounds a bit rude. So I would say, you don't have any time. Okay, what if I were to show you something that would enable you to have time to enjoy life? And then I can add the other benefits to that. Something that I can teach you, something that you would see other people doing. All right. You have everything to gain and nothing to lose by looking. All I'm asking you to do is just come and look. That's it. That's kind of the approach I take. Very soft, but I try to influence them to just come in and look. I sell myself. That's something all of you, even, I mean, I say I do it every day. I sell myself. No, I don't say that. That's not, in a nasty way. I sell myself to that I am going to climb this mountain of success. If Elon Musk called you right now and said, I'm starting something new, I'm looking for people that want to work with me as a silent partner, and it's about $300 to invest, but I think you can make billions. Would you do it? Who here would do it? Booty, would you do it? Kenny, would you do it? Joseph Chua, would you do it? Of course we would. We'd all do it because he's an influential guy. I buy Elon. I'll buy Elon any day. He was a trillionaire, only trillionaire in the world. You see? So don't sell yourself short. All right? If you're that serious about the business, declare yourself. Reflect that when you're talking to people. So when they say don't have any time, say, look, just let me show you something. Don't try to explain it all either. That's what your upline is there to do with you, unless you're comfortable and good at it. That's where Upline Pro, I think, can really help. All right? When it comes to bringing people in, and then we talk to them and we show them, we work with them, we educate, we mentor, we inspire, we motivate, we do all of that. Let's talk about MLM is not for me. How do you know it's not for you? You tried it? Yeah, I tried it. I was in such and such company. All right, what happened? I didn't like it. Well, I know in my head I'm thinking, your sponsor probably didn't work with you. The company probably didn't even have the right purpose of building a legacy business. In fact, is the company even still around? No, they're out of business. Nobody blames themselves for their lack of success. Nobody blames themselves for failure. It's always the other guy's fault. You see? So when they say, I don't like MLM or it's not for me, do you really understand it? Again, try me. Give me a year of working with me. And I'll bet you'll love it. Case in point, I don't know if you guys knew this. We have a platinum elite. His wife hated MLM, hated it. When he joined For Life, she didn't want anything to do with it. Today, she flies around in a private jet, has a suite in the Ritz-Carlton penthouse, travels the world, makes millions of dollars, all given to her by For Life because her husband's a platinum elite. She loves it now. You see, it's a lack of understanding. That's all. Who wouldn't want all the things we talked about tonight? Honestly, all those things we talked about tonight, either A, you don't believe it, or B, you don't want it. You can make excuses or you can make money. You can't make both. I learned that a long time ago. So when they say MLM's not for me, well, how do you know? Let's get down to the root of it and let's find out really why you say it's not for you. All right? I think the money's for you. The development is probably for you. Now, I will say this, you guys. I understand there's people that it's not for them. If you're a computer programmer and you're an introvert and you hate talking to people and all you want to do is stare at a computer screen and write code all day, and somebody walks in the room and you holler at them, get out of here, it probably isn't for you. But I wouldn't be prospecting you either because I know that. And of all the indicators I have, you don't have one indicator. So of 8.3 billion people, minus one. That's how I think. Have to maintain every month, which is out of my budget. That's why you need this business. It's out of your budget. Why don't we build you a budget? All right, again, try me. And that's where I use the automobile thing. If I pulled up in front of your car with a brand new Mercedes, I bet you'd go find $1,000 to get that car. You just don't see the value. Let me show you the value. Sell yourself. Tell them to just try me. Well, not me, you. I said that a lot, by the way. Try me. You think it's not for you? Try me. You can't afford it? Try working with me. I sold myself a lot. But you know what? I also did my job. Jeff Algilbers, I busted my butt for him. Erminio, I busted my butt for him. A lot of people, I traveled the world and spent hours, days, months, years working with them. So try me. That's kind of what I use. I don't like sales. That's a funny one because sales makes the world go round. Did you buy any groceries today? Oh, you bought them. Somebody sold them. Did you drive a car? Oh, you bought it. Somebody sold it. Buying and selling makes the world go around. You just don't realize it. So I'll tell you what, you don't like sales. I do. I think it's fun. Do you know anybody? Oh, you know a bunch of people. You got a cell phone? You got names in there? Tell you what, you bring them to me, let me do the selling. How's that? Your people, my presentation. I sell for you. That's what I did in the beginning. And guess what? Here's what's cool about our pay plan. Kenny, let's say you brought me 20 people next week. We sign all of them up. Go ahead and open up your mic, Kenny, real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, we sign up. You bring 20 people. All I ask you to do is bring them to me. And I sign 20 people up for you next week. And they all sign up for the rest of your life. What percentage will you earn on whatever they purchase?
2%.
What will I get?
25.
Yeah, I'll take it any day. I'll take it any day. You see, it's all up here, and it's true. That's how our pay plan is. The reason it's 2% than 25 is so that you work with the people you sponsor. They know people you don't know. Sell yourself. It's not difficult, you guys. Work through your people. Now, look, I say it's simple, but it's not easy because you got to deal with people. You know, they come to the table, they got objections, and people are whatever. Some people are angry. I think it's funny. I think it's fun. I don't get hung up. I also know that the law of averages plays in my favor when I play the game. And I'll finish by saying this. And again, I'm not trying to brag, you guys, but over 1 million people have now joined my organization in 28 years. And like I said, they're not all active. If you ask them, well, where are they, Dave? My platinums don't need me. Frankly, they don't even want me. They're rich. They're making a ton of money. They got their teams. Sen, even Winner's team, Sherry, they've all got their teams. It's okay. That's called duplication. All right. But you know something? Not one person, not one except Gabby, knew me before For Life. Isn't that crazy? Every single person in my organization I met since the day I started For Life. Where did I find them? Talking to people. I found Jeff Gilbert. He was a lead. He's a referral. Sherry was a referral. All these people were referrals. Kenny, did I know you, Kenny, before For Life?
Yeah.
I didn't know any of you before For Life. Not even Kevin. I don't know if Kevin's still with us, but the point is this. That's how this business works. All right. So you guys, let's have fun doing this. And when Upline Pro is unveiled, take advantage of it. All right. It's there for you. And I'm here for you. My whole purpose, my whole goal is to help you guys be very successful in this business. Let's have fun. Let's do it together. Let's develop. By the way, God put you here to develop. I mean, Gabby mentioned, God. He put you here to develop, but he's not going to give it to you on a silver platter because it's who you become. That's the journey. And the journey's full of objections and challenges and barriers. Name any world-class athlete that didn't have to train to become an athlete. That's the process. Here, make it a fun process, you guys. Love you guys. Kenny, thanks. I hope I was able to answer, Kenny, the objections for you.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it.
But let me know if you got anybody, Kenny. I'll talk to some people with you.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, you guys. Let's open up the microphone real quick because we're an hour and a half into it. Whenever we have a little training like this, we go over an hour, and I apologize, but thank you. So let's open the mics, and Rexy, if you don't mind doing that real quick. What happened?
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Have
so
fun,
much,
guys.
Dave.
Thank you.
4th of July for those of you in the
Thank
USA.
Thank you so much. Yay, go USA.
250 years.
Yes,
World
go.
Cup,
Thank you,
USA.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.
Thank you,
Everyone,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Odin says
See you
goodbye
next week.
too.
Bye, Odie.
Bye. USA, USA. Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
All right, bye.
Recording stop.